Good morning. It's Friday morning, about 10 after 9 a.m. I'm going to do banana bread for you today. I know my little grandson really wanted to come over and help me, but I don't think he needs to be on video. All right, so I'm going to I've got my mixer bowl here. Position my... Alright, so this banana bread recipe is super easy to put together. Actually, last time I made it, my grandson did help me make this recipe. It was super easy to do. I do have another recipe that's from a restaurant. I don't even know where the restaurant is, but I found it online. And it makes 2 loaves of banana bread, and it's super delicious. But it takes extra ingredients. It takes sour cream and different things. And I was searching Pinterest one day for an easy recipe that we could just throw together, stir it up, and bake it. So this is the one that I found. And it was just really, like I said, it's just really easy to throw together. So first off, you need bananas, and it calls for 3 bananas, super ripe. These are nice and ripe. It did say 7 inches to 5 to 7 inch bananas. I'm not measuring my bananas, but I'm just going to use these 3. And what I like to do, if I'm making the bread myself, if I got my grandson helping me, I'll let him mash the bananas on a plate. But for the most part, what I like to do when I do the bananas is I just throw it in my mixer, because I don't like mashing bananas by hand. It's super boring. And if you do it this way, it's really easy. Your mixer does all the work for you. You know, I tend to like to do things where my mixer can assist me, because why not? I do everything the hard way when your mixer and your machines can help. So I'm just peeling my bananas. So I'm kind of making this banana bread backwards. If I mash my bananas first in the bowl and then I add the other ingredients. So I kind of do it backwards. But that's okay. It doesn't hurt anything. I have just enough flour to do this recipe too. Alright, so I'm going to give this a swirl, mash it up. The other thing too about mashing them in the mixer is I don't like my bananas completely pulverized. I like them where they're a little bit lumpy, because I like bits and pieces of banana in my bread. I don't like just banana flavor. I like the fruit too. Okay, so then I need 1/3 cup of melted butter, which I did not pre-melt my butter. I got this little bit of butter here, and I gotta make more butter too. I make my own butter. I don't buy butter anymore, except for this was some Amish butter that I did buy. I got it like at a good price, because I was completely out of butter and I didn't have cream and I didn't have time to make it. So I ended up just buying it. It calls for 1.5 cups of flour. So we're going to dump in 1. I was skeptical of this recipe when I first made it, because I was so used to my other recipe. I got just a pinch left. That I wasn't sure how good this was going to come out, but it was very tasty, so I was pretty shocked. And it was easy. Like I said, it was just a really easy, that's only That's only a 1/4 cup. I need more. Do I have any more butter? Yes. I got a 1/2 stick of butter in here. I do buy the stick butter when it's on sale at the store. Mainly for my baking stuff because the cream is getting more expensive every day. And the cream gets more expensive every day. And I don't want to waste it making the homemade butter on baking stuff. You know, you can use just regular. Okay, so I have 1½ cups of flour. I need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Got my homemade vanilla here. It's not the one I just made. That one's sitting for 6 months. Where's my spoons? Here we go. 1 teaspoon of homemade vanilla. Smells really good. Now, if I really wanted the vanilla flavor, I could dig out one of these vanilla pods and I could cut it and then I could squeeze that. I might do that. Let me see if I can get one out. I need some like needle nose something to get down in this bottle. Pull one of these out. I don't know if I could get. Come on. It's like it wants to come out. Here we go. I'm gonna cut this. See if I can squeeze out the vanilla. Oh yeah, see all that goodness coming out? Ooh, gosh. That's some nice pure vanilla. Just squeeze that right on out of there. Oops, I just dropped it in there. I don't want to drop it in there. Alright. Alright. There goes. I got my oven preheated. 1 egg. Three-quarters of a cup of sugar. If you don't like it as sweet, you could use a 1/2 cup. If you like it more sweet, you could use 1 cup. So I'm going to do the 3/4 cup of sugar. Because the 3/4 cup was just right when I did it last time. Find my 3/4 cup. 2/3. 1/2. 1 cup. Well, where's my 3/4? You find another measuring cup. I would have done 3 1/4 cups, but I don't even have that cup with me right now. All right, 3/4 of a cup of sugar. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Which I have out, and then I'm going to need some salt. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now you could use self-rising flour for this recipe, and if you did that, you would not put the baking soda in. You would leave the baking soda out. But I'm using all-purpose flour. It says a pinch of salt. I'm going to do 1/8 teaspoon. That's a healthy pinch. 1/8 teaspoon. A scant 1/8 teaspoon. Okay, and then my 1/3 cup of melted butter. Okay, 1/3 cup. And then you just mix it all together. That's it. I am going to put some pecans in mine. I like pecans in my banana bread. I don't have walnuts. You can basically use any kind of nuts that you like. You could use walnuts, pecans. You could probably do chopped almonds. I've never done that, but you could probably use any kind of nut in it that you prefer. To back this up, I'm going to go ahead and get my cutting board out, my cutting mat. My table's a mess today. I bought these cutting mats at a flea market. You got 2 in a package for like $2. I like these because you use them for a while, and then when they get old and kind of cut up, you just throw them away. They're so, and they last a long time, really. They really last a long time. Alright, so I just got this handful of pecans left. These were the ones I bought from the peach truck. They're very good pecans. I'm just going to take the rest of these, and I'm just going to chop them up. Get me a sharp knife. Got me a great big sharp knife here. And I'm just going to start chopping these up. I'll pause you. Alright, I got my pecans chopped up. And these were real, not that they're fake, because they're not, but I think the peach truck, I think they actually blast their own pecans probably out of the shells, because I did find some hard pecan shells in my pecans. So you got to be careful with that. You don't want somebody crunching on a big piece of, or a little piece for that matter, of pecan shell. I don't normally chop my own pecans. I usually buy pecans already chopped. You pay more money for them that way. They're less money if you just buy them and chop them yourself. And it only takes a minute or two to chop them. I'm just kind of looking, making sure there's no more shells in there, because I really don't want shells in my banana bread. Alright, I'm going to flip this up, and I'm going to put my nuts in there. Oh, dropping them. Alright. Just going to give that a whirl. That's it for the banana bread. See how simple that was? I'm going to get my loaf pan. I went and bought me a new loaf pan the other day. I'm going to spray it with some Baker's Joy. Couldn't reach my Baker's Joy, so I have Pam for baking. As Pam for baking is Pam mixed with flour. I tend to use it in a lot of my pans because it makes everything pop out real nice and easy. It saves me that step of having to grease and flour. I hate greasing and flouring. I just buy that and spray it in my pan. All right. Let me get a spatula. And pour it in here. Now, for some reason, I got this recipe off of Pinterest, but for some reason, I did not have the instructions on here of how to bake it, but most of, ooh, wow, I can really smell that vanilla going in this pan. It's like, wow, that is strong. That is some strong vanilla. Anyway, most of your banana bread recipes are $3.50 for an hour. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in there. Fills this pan about half full. I'm just going to pop it in my oven at $3.50 for 1 hour. And then I'll have fresh, hot banana bread. So that's all there is to this banana bread recipe. Super easy, throw together. It didn't take very long. If I wasn't talking and stuff, it probably would have been quicker than that. I'll put the recipe in the description box below. I appreciate you watching. If you have not subscribed to my page, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And 50 followers, I can go live. So I appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment box, and I'll catch up with you on the next video. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.